everyone, my name is Olga and I'm happy to see you here in this new video. And today we are gonna try and discuss makeup products we found in Advent Calendar from Catrice. And of course, this makeup look is done using this product. So take a seat and let's start. We are gonna start today from this lovely highlighter and I'm gonna apply it. By the way, it's slightly shimmery and ooh, beautiful. It reminds me another highlighter from Catrice. We're gonna discuss it. It may emphasize skin texture, just simply because it's way too bright. And be careful in case of pale skin, because in your case it may appear a little bit yellow. If you have neutral undertone or warm undertone, this shade should work nicely. Yeah, looks beautiful and yeah, quite bright. We have hydrating lip mask to try and let's apply it. It smells okay, but I think that's slightly chemical. Let's apply it. I think that I have a little bit too much. Okay, anyway. Feels okay, but I definitely should remove extra. Oh, looks nicely on lips. Reminds me slightly Laneige, but it's not exactly the same. And the texture slightly sticky. I think that I should take off extra. Now it should be far better. Not sticky. Feels nicely and texture, I would say it's more like medium, something between thin and thick. Yeah, kind of, and it has general cosmetic flavor, I would say. Not the best one, so slightly sour, but it's okay. Gonna keep it as it is, and we are moving to eye makeup. We have several products to try. First of all, we have an eyeshadow palette, and here we have 12 shades. Of course, I can't really use all of them, but I'm gonna do my best for trying as much as I can. And we are gonna try Green Story and this burgundy purple story as well, with a bit of brown. We have several gray shades and I'm not quite sure that we are gonna try them. And just a small tip for you, please don't blend these two shades together. You can't really blend red and green. You can try it, but actually as a result you would receive something gray-brown depending on the shade. So please be careful with these shades. You can use them together, but you shouldn't blend them. For instance, you can draw a wing and separate green area and red area, and in this case it's gonna be far better. As well, we have two eyeliners to try, multi-chrome eyeliners, and I'm not that impressed by the texture because it's way too firm, and most likely we're gonna use this shade because I wanna have Green Story on lower lid. And this beautiful shade, the second one, shifts from from purple to dark blue, and it also seems quite fine, but they are firm. They are way too firm. So let's start, and we are gonna start from thinking. Okay, we are gonna start from general basic story. I mean brown story. But after using this shade, I'm gonna add a little bit of red, and in this case we are gonna have lovely burgundy shade. So I kind of gonna mix these two shades and we are gonna start from them. I'm gonna start from dark brown, a bit dusty, but the formula is quite creamy. By the way, this shade is way too dry. It's extremely dry, so be careful with it and it stains. Actually, quite always such shades, they do stain. So back to makeup, starting from outer corner. Wow, pigmentation is good. More than just good. Looks lovely. So moving the shade slightly out and blending it. Changing the brush, I'm gonna use lighter shade for applying it right here in the crease. It's so dusty. It's so dusty. Okay, but it's pigmented. Blending everything together, and of course blending edges and moving the shade slightly out. Time for a big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna use the lightest shade from the palette for blending everything into skin. But okay, blending the edge right here and back to the previous shade because I wanna mix these two together. Time for it, and I'm gonna use a small brush, grabbing a little bit, and I'm gonna apply it in the outer corner right here, and I'm gonna mix the shade with dark brown, so adding a little bit of redness right here. Of course you can blend this and mix the shades on a brush, but I don't want to do it. Back to dark brown, blending a bit, and back to the crease shade for blending again the edges right here. Now let's try to add a little bit of this purple shade. It's not really pigmented, so actually it's far better to apply it over something, but we are gonna layer it a little bit, and I'm gonna apply it slightly over dark brown right here. Changing the side, and now I'm gonna apply slightly pink shade on the lid. Quality is a little bit better. Now I'm gonna grab another brush for doing this. This shade is okay, I would say. Applying it from the center and moving to all directions. Of course, it's far better to apply it with a finger. Let's do it. Applying. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It emphasizes skin texture quite badly. So it's better to take an empty brush and take off extra. Or you can take the brush with something left. It seems okay, yeah, and it looks kind of fine. But if you have mature skin, actually you may not probably like it because it might be way too... not way too shimmery. It may emphasize skin texture quite badly. Moving to the lower lid, and I'm gonna start from green shade. Be careful with it, it's quite dusty as well. And if it falls off, it's gonna be quite hard to remove it. Starting from the outer corner, carefully, and please don't blend this shade because it would appear as something blue. You can combine it with some blue or dark blue shades and it's gonna be kind of okay. I'm not mixing these two together. And maybe I should add a little bit more redness here, but I'm not quite sure. Now I want to add this beautiful green shade to the lower lid and slightly blending edges. Now we should add something in the inner corner, and actually I'm thinking about this shade. Yes, it's not shimmer. Okay, I will try to add it. If I don't like it, I will add something else. Because we do have already quite much shimmers, so I don't wanna apply more. So grabbing a little bit and of course blending edges. And probably I will keep it. Anyway, I'm gonna draw a wing and it should be fine. Time to add an eyeliner in the waterline and to test. Well, it seems fine. At least it's possible to apply this product, but it doesn't seem green at all. It appears more golden or yellow. But anyway, okay, we're gonna keep it. Time to draw in, and I'm gonna use an eyeliner from Inglot. While I was doing the second eye, I decided to add a little bit of this dark shade to the lower lid in the outer corner. And by doing this, I've added a little bit more definition. And actually, we haven't tried only three shades from this palette. And you know what? Let's add a little bit of this shade as well. I wanna add just a little bit. I want to check out this texture and this formula, and I wanted to add it. It's so flaky. It's so flaky and dry. Right here. This shade is slightly lighter and slightly peachy. Looks beautiful. Textures are more or less familiar. I'm not that happy with the quality. It's okay. I mean, it is okay, but it could be definitely better. Back to the lips, and we have quite many products to try, and I'm gonna show all of them on lips. We have 2 lip liners and dedicated lipsticks, shades 1, 2, 1, 2, and as well we have a liquid red lipstick. Today it's definitely no, because we have way too bright eyes, and combining with such bright lipstick, not a great idea. Back to lip mask, and it's okay. It's okay, but it could be better. If you want to try something extremely nourishing, probably no, because I've been wearing it for 35 minutes and I started to feel some dryness right here. But if you have some dry patches on lips, they appear less visible. So it's okay, it may work, but it could be better. We are gonna start from liquid lipstick, because anyway, I'm gonna remove it. And let's see. It's quite pigmented, yeah. More than just pigmented. I waited 2-3 minutes after I finished with the application, and take a look. It's way too sticky. It looks fine. Pigmentation is really nice, and it looks quite beautiful on lips, but it's way too sticky. Okay, it may happen, but it's not that convenient. If you want to remove this stickiness just a little bit, you can apply a powder over, but it wouldn't help a lot. First of all, second thing, I feel like my lines right here kind of sticking together. They are doing this way. I'm not that happy with the quality of this lipstick. They can do better. I know that they can do better. But I like this particular color. It looks beautiful on lips. It's, I would say it's more like a classical red with a bit of blue. So it should work nicely. If we talk about teeth, they should appear a little bit whiter, but damn it, something is wrong with this product and it's not that comfortable to wear it. It's possible, of course, everything is possible, but it's not that comfortable. Gonna remove it. Now I'm gonna show you 2 lip combos, because these 2 products have the same shade. Same here, and probably for the final result I will keep this combo on lips because it's slightly lighter, and why not? Let's start from shade 2 and from this beautiful lip liner. By the way, I'm impressed by the quality because, guys, it's so creamy and it's so pigmented. Quite simple, bright pink shade. works nicely and would work nicely in case of neutral and in case of gold undertones. In case of warm, I would probably suggest something a little bit warmer, but it also may work. Beautiful quality, impressed. Yes, definitely yes. Lipstick is also quite nice, it feels nicely, no dryness, doesn't emphasize anything, and it's quite pigmented. You don't have to apply 5 layers in order to see the shade. So actually, it's okay. Again, slightly basic shade, but it's a little bit warmer than the previous one and would work far better in case of warm undertone, because it is a mix of pink and a bit of peachy, and in my case this particular shade looks far better, and probably I'm gonna keep it, but maybe I will add a little bit of a lip gloss over. We'll see. From quality point of view, they are exactly the same. So right now I'm gonna finish my eye makeup look and my look, and we are gonna discuss everything. And finally, it's time to discuss everything, and I'm gonna start from lips and from the product I'm currently wearing. Of course, I've decided to use these two products from Catrice, shade 1, and I've applied a little bit of this lovely product from Nature Republic in shade Lychee, slightly over in the middle. This product is quite nice, but don't apply a lot and don't use a lot, because otherwise it may appear sticky on lips and it wouldn't be not that comfortable. Now, we are gonna discuss everything, and I'm gonna start from this lovely highlighter from Catrice. I do like it. It reminds me of this highlighter from Catrice. I think it's more or less the same formula, but we do have additional glitters here, and the size of these glitters, I would say, is quite big, so they are visible on skin and they don't fall off, at least for now. For now, they are still in place. By the way, I've applied this highlighter here as well a little bit and a little bit right here. I like it. It looks wonderful. It's bright. It's bright. If you wanna try a highlighter for some daily looks, well, you can probably try to apply a little bit less, but it may not really work. It may emphasize skin texture, and at some point it is expected, especially if you have acne-prone skin or if you have visible texture right here. Be careful, be careful. This shade is more golden, and if you have gold undertone or if you have extremely pale skin, it would appear slightly yellow on you. So if you have neutral or warm undertone, should be nice, but in case of extremely pale skin, may not work and most likely won't work. Or you can try, but you're gonna see something yellow on face. Doesn't have visible base. Like it, love it, beautiful highlighter. Now eye makeup, and let's start from these liners. I'm slightly disappointed. They look beautiful when you do some swatches, but unfortunately they are quite firm. And it's not that easy to apply this product in the waterline because it's way too firm. It's possible, but you have to spend some time, and if you're sensitive, please don't do it. Please don't do it because you're gonna cry. Most likely you would be crying. I suppose so. I like the shades, and both shades are wonderful. And if you have tried this product from Essence, slightly familiar, but I would say that this product from Catrice, the texture is slightly a bit more firm, I would say. A bit, but still. But they are a little bit more pigmented than these guys from Essence. You can try them, why not? It's possible to layer them. Just simply be careful. My personal... Okay, forget what I've just told you. Talking about slightly green and yellow shade 1. It shifts slightly from yellow to green, but actually in the waterline it's not visible at all. It appears more yellow, and actually when you do some swatches, it's not visible, super visible as well. Here, if we talk about shade 2, This shift is slightly more visible, but I haven't tried this product in the waterline yet. Should I try it? No, I won't. But I think that it may not be visible as well, and it may appear more purple. Yes and no. Everything is not that great. It could be better, actually. I know that they can do better. Moving to the eyeshadow palette, and I did my best for trying as much as I can, and I've used almost all shades from this palette, but unfortunately, 2 shades are left, and I didn't know where to put them today, so that's why I haven't used them, but still, anyway. I did my best and I've tried almost all of them. Now we are going to talk about the quality. Actually, we are going to start from the quality point of view, and everything is not that great. It's possible to work with this palette and it's possible to do some nice makeup looks, but you have to be careful and extremely careful. If we talk about matte eyeshadows, we have 2 formulas here, these 2 guys and these 4. I would prefer this formula because it's more creamy and it's easier to work with this formula. Easy to blend, easy to apply. They work nicely together. You can blend them. They are pigmented. Pigmentation is really high, but unfortunately, dusty. Extremely dusty, and you have to be careful. Don't forget to tap off extra or just grab a little bit, tap off, or do something like this, and only after doing this apply them, because otherwise everything is gonna be in the under eye area and you would have to remove it, and it might be not that easy. And by the way, it's related to shimmers as well, unfortunately. That's why I'm not that happy. Talking about these 2 shades, they are quite dry. They are pigmented. Oh yeah, they are pigmented. It's possible to blend them, especially this shade. I would say that this shade is slightly more creamy than this one, but still it's possible to blend these shades. But yeah, they are dry, so that's why they are dusty again. And be careful, and don't forget that this shade stains. And it stains actually quite badly, so be careful, and I suggest applying it over something. So as soon as you're gonna remove your eye makeup look, you wouldn't see this particular shade. So just bear in mind. But it's possible to work with these matte eyeshadows, it's possible to blend them, and this guy, I would say it's easier to blend this shade than this one, because this guy may stuck a little bit. Moving to the shimmers. And I would say that we have 2 formulas here, a kind of toppers and general metallics. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are gonna start from metallics. They're okay. It's possible to apply them with a brush, or you can apply them with fingers. But be aware that this shade is not super pigmented. It's expected because it's purple, and in most of the cases, purple shades are... first of all, it's quite complicated to do them, and that's why if we talk about affordable makeup, about drugstore makeup, purple shades are not the best. And it is expected. It's far better to apply it over something, and in this case it should be fine. If you apply it as it is, it may appear not pigmented at all. So that's why I've applied this product over these 2 matte eyeshadows, and by doing this, everything is okay. And be careful that this formula is as well slightly dusty, so don't forget about it and apply these eyeshadows carefully. Talking about these shimmery guys, oh yeah, they look beautiful on eyelid, but they are extremely dusty, and you can apply it with them. You can apply them with a brush or with fingers, and if you apply them using fingers, it's going to be brighter and it would look actually far better. But it's possible to apply these shades with a brush, but they are way too dry. Not dry, they are flaky, I would say. Flaky, and due to this they are dusty, and when you start applying it on the eyelid, they may fall off a little bit. So just bear in mind and apply a little bit, and in this case it should be more or less fine. This shade is a mix of I would say dark pink plus a bit of silver. This shade is slightly peachy, and let's quickly discuss color story. I'm not sure that each and everyone actually needs this color story, because I would say it's more on dark and cold side than on neutral side. And actually, it's possible to do some nice looks using this color story, but be careful with these two shades. Don't mix them together. When you mix red and green, as a result, you receive brown or gray brown. So be careful, you shouldn't mix them. So bear in mind. Now, let's quickly discuss all shades we have in the palette. General, basic, white, pink, and beige shade might be used to clean something, or you can use it in the inner corner. Beautiful shimmery shade looks wonderful on eyelid, a mix of dark pink with a bit of silver. Beautiful burgundy shade looks nicely, and you can combine it with any brown shades from this palette. Purple, dark purple. We already discussed that it's not super pigmented. Gray. Gray. Just simply gray, dark gray, light gray. That's it. Nothing to add. They are quite simple. Beautiful, basic, neutral brown. Wonderful shade. It appears that this shade is neutral, but when you start blending it, it appears more warm on eyelid, so it is slightly warm. Peachy. Beautiful peach shade. Peach with a bit of golden. Looks lovely, and you can combine them together easily. This guy, light gray, light green. By the way, beautiful shade, and you can apply it as well in the inner corner, and it looks beautiful. And it doesn't really have a visible base, so it's better to apply it over something. You can apply it as it is, of course, but it's gonna be, if you wanna have slightly brighter result, better to apply it over something. Blue and green. A lot of blue, contains a lot of blue, and may stain, as we've already discussed. Dark gray with a bit of green undertone. This shade is quite complicated, actually, and it works nicely with this slightly green and blue shade. But it may work as well nicely with the dark brown. In overall, this palette is nice, but you have to be careful while working with this palette. I forgot to tell you that this formula is quite creamy. Moving to the lips, and we are gonna start from a lip mask from Catrice. Actually, I haven't tried this product before, and it is okay. Actually, it is okay. You shouldn't apply a lot. If you apply a lot, it may appear slightly sticky, and that's why it's better to apply just a little bit. It feels nicely on lips, it's not super sticky. If you have some dry patches, they are gonna be less visible. But this product is not super nourishing, and if you wanna use something extremely nourishing on lips, you probably should try something else. But this product at the same time is quite nice. It smells okay, but when you start applying it, it has, I would say, basic cosmetic scent and flavor, nothing special. It may appear slightly sour, so if you are sensitive, if you prefer feeling something sweet, I'm not quite sure that you would like it, but this product works fine. But yeah, if you need something more nourishing, you probably wouldn't like it. And by the way, no dryness while wearing it. At least how much? It was 30 minutes, I suppose. So after 30 minutes, everything was fine. Moving on, liquid lipstick. Least favorite product for today, because oh gosh, if you want to try nice liquid lipstick from Catrice, the red one, try this one. It's gonna be far better, because this guy is way too sticky, way too sticky. It's uncomfortable wearing it. And I suppose even if you apply a powder slightly, I think that it may start peeling if you do it like this, but I can't suggest using it. I can't, really, I can't. It's pigmented, it looks beautiful, shady is beautiful as well, but it's so sticky and it's so uncomfortable to wear it. I wish I could tell you that I don't like it, but I don't really like it. We need something else, something less sticky. That's life. It may happen. It may happen. Lip liners. Yes, I do like them. They are quite. They are pigmented and they are creamy and soft. Easy to apply, easy to layer, feels nicely on lips. They are quite long lasting, but I'm not quite sure that it's a gel formula. I think it's kind of a mix. So I'm gonna keep it for a while. Let's check it out. But talking about the shades, they are quite simple and they are quite basic. And I think that this formula is not really new to Catrice. And if you seen or if you have tried this collection from Catrice, I will do my best for finding the picture. Joyful something, I don't really remember. It was released this year in summer, I think, and there they had some lip liners. I think it's the same formula. And actually, I think that this particular shade is a part of this line. I wasn't able to find this lipstick or lip liner, sorry, but I think that they are quite familiar. This shade, shade number 1, is more neutral warm and would work nicely in case of warm undertone and in case of neutral undertone. And I would say it's less pigmented, at least it's less visible than this shade. This shade would work nicely in case of neutral in case of cold undertone because it appears a little bit more cold on lips. But anyway, they both look quite nicely on lips. Talking about lipstick, same formula, nothing to add. Looks beautiful, packaging is quite nice, but of course fingerprints are everywhere and it is expected because it's kind of it reminds me mirror or something like this. So yeah, it is expected. Product inside looks quite nicely as well. And formula, again, not new to Catrice. It's a basic cream lipstick from Catrice. Feels nicely on lips, doesn't emphasize texture because it's creamy. It's not too long lasting actually because it doesn't stain and it's not matte. And finish is slightly shiny and it's pigmented. You don't need to layer it 5 or 6 times in order to see product on lips. So that's why actually I do like lipsticks from Catrice. They are nice. Of course, you have to reapply them, but it is expected. Stand is not the best one. It appears that there is something, but it's not. Maybe a bit of caramel. No, more about vanilla, but you don't really feel it on lips. And flavor is okay, but I would say it's more kind of cosmetic flavor. So same thing, if you prefer something more, I would say sweet, probably you wouldn't like it. And shades, exact match, nothing to add. And let's quickly check it out. It's gel-based formula, so it is a long-lasting product. And now let's quickly take a look how this beauty behaves. I have my makeup on around 10 hours and now we are gonna check everything out. We are gonna start from the highlighter. It looks beautiful and still in place. Eyeshadows. I would say not bad. Of course, they may crease a little bit because I haven't used any eyeshadow bases, but it's not that bad. Shimmers may fall off, but same thing, just a little bit. It's not that bad. Related to the lip products, lipstick is not long-lasting at all, and if we talk about lip liner, it's okay. It's quite long-lasting. Please let me know down below what do you think about the products we've tried today and are you gonna buy an advent calendar from Catrice? If you don't know what to write, just simply leave several emojis or just write Catrice, and it would help the channel to grow. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if yes, please don't forget to put a thumbs up and of course consider subscribing. I wish you a pleasant day and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye bye!